Many of you, the stormy weather this month has left behind significant damage, but the law is not as clear as you might think when it comes to finding the responsible party. In tonight's Legal Lens, Fox's Jeff Bernthal takes a closer look at one example with Brown Crouppen's Andrea McNairy.
Andrea, I know one of the questions we've received through all the storms that we've endured is if a tree, my tree, falls on neighbor's house property, who's to blame?
It depends. Generally speaking, if it's a force of nature thing, circumstances out of your control, like weather, usually the tree owner is not responsible.
Now, does it make a difference if, as the owner of that tree, the owner of the property, I don't take care of the tree, half of it's dead, rotting? Does that make a difference?
It does, and that's why the answer to this question is it depends. So if you knew that the tree was dangerous, either because branches have fallen before, part of it was dead, people had complained, the homeowners association had complained, and it happens again and injures somebody or destroys someone else's property, you can be responsible for their loss and injury.
The other thing that comes up sometimes is if a neighbor's tree is sticking out over into someone else's property, you know, can that person be told, hey, you got to cut that back? Or can the person whose property that tree is intruding into cut it back?
So technically the law is if something encroaches on your property, you are allowed to trim it back, take care of it. Where it gets tricky is you're not allowed to go onto somebody's property and destroy that tree or destroy that bush or whatever's extending onto your property line. So even though you're allowed to trim something, if you do it such that it actually destroys that other person's property, you know, you can run into questions. So it's always best to try to resolve it via, you know, mail, letter, talking to your neighbor first before you actually take the steps of trimming onto your property without permission.
I know it's been an issue and we've gotten a lot of questions about. So Andrea McNairy with Brown Crouppen, as always, thank you so much. We appreciate your time.
You're so welcome. Take care.
Jeff Bernthal, Fox 2 News.
And you can catch the Legal Lens on Fox 2 every Wednesday at 6 p.m.